In this lesson, we are going to learn about some essential file management tasks. I want to show you the current working directory, which is displayed by typing pwd command. That stands for print working directory. It shows the entire path of the file system. In this working directory, I can use ls command to list all the files in the directory. As you can see, there isn't anything in the directory as for now. Let's do cd/ to go to the root directory. If you do ls here, you'll see all the directories. So as I'm an ordinary user and this is a root file system and I cannot do very much. So if I'm using touch plah to create a file, it denies me permission. That makes sense because ordinary users cannot write files in root directory. So let's go back to the home directory and just type cd. Typing cd without anything will bring me to my home directory, and let's create a new directory in which we can store files that we are going to work in this demo. First, I am going to show you the contents of the directories by ls, which shows the list of all the directories that exist at this point. As you can see, user home directory contains some default directories, and I am going to add one to that, and to do so I am going to use the command called mkdir, which stands for make directory, and let's call it as files, files. You can see that I am using the uppercase here. Please be aware, Linux is a case-sensitive operating system, so if I do cd files at this point, I will get a no such file or directory error. The name of the directory is not files with lowercase. The name of the directory is files with uppercase. Now I'm in the files directory. You can see that by typing pwd. This is a good point to get working with the cp command. So cp stands for copy. So what I'm trying to do now is to copy a file. So I type cp/etc host and I press tab key. It automatically gives me host. If I hit the tab key twice, I can see the name of all the files starting with hosts. So what happened here? Let's do it again. So I type cp/etc host. The OS has looked into all my files in this location and has found several files all starting with host. If I hit tab key again twice, it gives me option once more that are available. Now in this case, I just want to copy the file etc host. So I just completed copying it by typing cp/etc hosts in the same directory, where dot stands for the same directory. So to copy it to the current directory, I can use .dat, stands for current directory. That's a whole lot easier than typing /homo. As you can see, the command completed without reaction. This is so typical of Linux. If everything is okay, you won't see anything. If there is an error on the contrary, well, Linux will tell you. Now let's try something else. Let's try cp/etc host to do the same directory. As you can see above, etc host is the file that exists. So it tells me no such file or directory. Now the cp command has many more options. To get an overview of all those options, I can recommend typing cp --help. As you can see, way too many options. So let's pipe it through less to see options page by page. As you can see many options, you can tell the CPU what exactly it should do with the attributes currently associated with the file. For right now, cp is okay with me. So when you are using cp, it's so very important to take care of the paths you are looking with. Let's have a look at an example. I typed cd ... twice. And when I'll type cd ... twice, it's going to bring me to the home directory. and it brings me up to the file system. So my current directory is /home. This is a directory where an ordinary user cannot create files in it, but I just want to show you a demo of how you should work with a task like this. So let's try cp etc host, and let's see if we can copy it to home Lisa documents. To home Lisa documents. It's going to throw me an error. It says cannot create regular file as no such file or directory. Why is it? Because I am in /home, and when I type the destination file home Lisa document, it's going to look for destination directory at this current point. So it's going for /home /Lisa /documents, and that's just not going to work. Now if I'm going to the root directory and try the same command again, we'll see what happens. See, now it works. And why is that? Because it's the root directory. In root directory you can see that there is a home directory which contains a Lisa subdirectory and document subdirectory. So when working with commands like cp or another command, you should always take off your current location. Let's do one more demo with this, and I want to show you error I see people making quite frequently. So let's look at the current directory. It's tilde. You remember tilde is the home directory. If I do pwd root, it says roots in the home directory. So what would you do if I ask you to create a directory which names file? You might do mkdir files, which creates a directory in the current location. You might also type mkdir /files, which will tell the mkdir to create a directory in a root directory. So result of the first command you will be seeing here. See, that's the result of first command, and the result of second command you will see here. We have files directory at two different locations. So once again, always ensure you are making changes to the right file in the right directory and in right location. Now one more example, I'm going to type exit now. Now what I want to do is I want to go back to my home directory. The easiest way to getting back to your home directory is just typing cd